Hi, it's Megan. So I decided to get the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani blush palette. I have already said in another video for the lipstick, which I will put a link to that video in the description to this video, that I was shocked at how much I like this collection. And part of it might be that the collection works really well with skin tones like mine and coloring like mine. And if you think about it theoretically, the collection was basically kind of what Gwen would wear, and so it makes some sense that someone kind of lighter neutral tone like me would really love the collection because my coloring isn't exactly at all like hers, but it is in that middle end of the spectrum coloring wise. So the blush palette, this right here, beautiful. I'm less thrilled honestly with this packaging, but you know, it's a small sacrifice. I did not take the plastic off my mirror just so it didn't glare so much when I did the video, but it has a beautiful mirror and it has 6 of the blushes, and it does stick like this, but if you like that, it doesn't work. So it is $45 for 0.54 ounces, and it's limited edition, so it's part of my only limited edition buying in 2016, which has gone a little crazy. But anyway, we're cutting back. And so it says it includes 6 shades of blushes. It has pinks, bronze, highlighters, and it uses the Afterglow formula. The Afterglow formula I have had really great luck with. It's a super creamy feeling formula. It usually applies really well. I was surprised at how much dust this one kicked up. So if you can see, I didn't clean off my blush palette. I never do, just because I want people to see what my makeup really looks like, not when it's like cleaned up. And that gives you an indication of kind of how much powder. So it feels really creamy on. It applies pretty creamy as well, but it does get a little bit powdery. And I don't know that I would say these are sheer coverage. I think they're kind of more medium coverage, and they really build up beautifully. So I actually think that's a good thing, but depends how you feel about your blushes. And what else did I say? I thought they were incredibly pigmented, and someone else online has done the math. It's about $61 worth of Afterglow blush. So overall, what I really liked best was, okay, so this color, and I'm going to go through the colors in detail. Cool, a little bit warmer. This is warmer. They're all warmer actually, except for that one. This one's kind of a mid because it's a darker pink with kind of gold pearl in it, gold undertone. If you're super cool toned or super dark toned, you might not love this palette, although from what I'm reading online, a lot of people with medium tones are doing really well with these shades. And they also work amazingly well as a highlighter. I think overall, a lot of these really give you a flush of color and a little bit of a glow, as opposed to being full-on, just normal, boring blushes. So that's either a good thing or a bad thing. And then the bronzer worked better for me as a blush, but we'll get to that. Okay, so the first one is Cherry. This one is described as a light satin pink. I think I have a little bit of glitter on my arm from another video. So this is what it looks like. And at the end, I'm going to put a little bit of this on just so you can see the cooler toned one. I am surprised. If you look at it in the pan, it looks so light, but it actually applies just like a really pretty pop of color on me, and more so than I expected. So I was actually really happy with it. The way I described it is I said that it is a beautiful, cool toned, I don't want to say Barbie pink, but kind of a Barbie pink. And this is a satin matte finish. It's described as a light pink satin. And it definitely has a little bit of a pearly sheen, as a lot of these do. The next one is Easy. And this one's described as a deep rose with gold shimmer, and that's where what would have been maybe a cooler toned pink turns a little bit warmer, but it's not super warm, as you can see. But again, it's giving that kind of that beautiful glow when I apply it. When I tried these on at the Urban Decay store, the sales associate mixed the two of them together, and that actually worked better on me. This one was a touch light, and this was a touch cool. This one was a touch dark. They do blend out beautifully, but together they actually work better on me. The next one, Angel, is described as a champagne nude shimmer. This was light medium, and it's got a golden champagne thing going on, so it's definitely more of a warm undertone. And I put a little bit of this with a brush like this, just right like that. And we'll do a little bit more. So there's the swatch. It's not going to show so well because these never do. That's why I do the outdoor swatches. It's right there. You can see it's giving just a really pretty sheen. Touch metallic, not super metallic. If it gets super metallic, or even for some people if it gets touch metallic, it can highlight pores a little bit. And I think that some of these are pushing it if you have pore issues, but not so bad. And again, as you can see, I'm touching them, getting the dust kicking up in them. The next one is Lo-Fi. This is described as a soft bronze matte. So this is soft. It's like a medium toned orangey bronze. And I'm saying that with a face just because if I were to complain about Urban Decay's bronzers in general, I think they're beautiful. And these are creamier than, this formula is creamier than the older one. But that's a little orange. I tried highlighting and it definitely is more matte with a touch of satin stuff going on. It doesn't really work for me as a highlighter or as a bronzer, but it does work really beautifully as a blush. So I would use a blush this kind of color when I'm doing a lot of color on my eyes or browns on my eyes like I did today. And maybe something bright on my lips, and I wanted just a really muted natural look on my cheeks, I would use this as a blush. And so for me, it works. As a bronzer on a super cool skin tone, I'm not recommending it. Okay, Hush is the next one. It's described as a medium pink with gold shimmer. So I'm going to read you OC's description right now because this matters. Soft pink with peach shift. So both of these to me have almost a little bit of a duochrome look. OC, I could never get a picture that captured it correctly, no matter how many times I tried. It really has a duochrome shifting back and forth between pink and peach. With Hush, the one we're going to look at now, medium pink with gold shimmer, it's a little bit more subtle. These are not super dark blushes. I have on OC right now, but these are my two favorite. I love the sheen, which has like a highlighter thing going on. I love the sheens right there that you get with it, and I love how these look on, just like this beautiful glow, as opposed to, instead of looking like you're wearing a blush exactly, you just have this like natural beautiful glow. Then OC, the soft pink with peach shift, and these are all lasting a good 8+ hours on me, but they are more subtle. So we'll put that next, and you can see it's definitely a little bit warmer, or a little bit more peach, a little bit warmer, but they're both pretty warm. And the duochrome is just so, the satin sheen, the duochrome, I wish, I don't know, I'm going to try to shake my arm around a little bit and hopefully it changes, but it's not really, is it? No, you try. But I'll put a little bit more of this on one side. And you can see it's not building up to super dark, but it definitely looks like I have a blush on. And it gives that beautiful glow. And then I'm going to put a little bit of pink in Cherry and then mix a little Easy on top of it. So they just apply beautifully, they blend beautifully, and they're giving that natural, I'm saying 50 times in this video, but it just, every time I look at it, it's like, wow, just this amazing, beautiful glow. So I actually might buy a backup dupe of this. I like it that much. But part of it might be my skin tone and coloring. So overall, that's the end of this video. I feel like sometimes I talk for so long, but I would love to hear other people's thoughts, suggestions, comments. Like I said, I'm not so sure that this collection works on all skin tones, so I'd love to hear from people with different skin tones. And please subscribe on YouTube because it does help me a lot. Thanks for watching.